everybody, it's Ecargmura. I'm here to give my mid-year book list and which ones I've liked so far, which ones I didn't. I actually keep a little master list of all the books I've read for like certain years. For now, starting 2023, I've read 12 books so far, and I'm reading my 13th book. Well, technically 11 books, because I DNF one book. Okay, I'm not gonna do a video of the books since they're scattered around my rooms, and I don't want to pick them up again. I don't want to find them and pick them up, so I'm just going through the stuff I have on my list, and I've read a pretty good amount of books this year. I like to read various genres, so I've been reading nonfiction, manga, and fiction in general. Okay, but for now, the best book I've read so far, it would be The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. I had this book for a very long time. I didn't read it until recently, and I did check Goodreads first, but they gave kind of like a 3.79 review-ish. People were like, "Oh, I don't get this book and stuff," or they didn't like it. But so I did, had low expectations going into this book, but I was wrong. Man, that book was good. It's like a lot better than I expected. Like, the story is about like the creator of time and how he has to he tried to like cheat through like time and stuff, and basically he has to go fix the mistakes he did regarding time, and that's when the creator would forgive him. So like our main character is Father Time. He created time, but then like he used it in a way that it affected the world negatively, and then he regretted doing it. But at the same time, he decided. But then like time is essential, so he decided. So the creator decided, oh, if you do like two good things, I'll forgive you and stuff. So he has to go forward in time and help these two people. One is Sarah, who wants to stop her time because she got upset that the boy didn't like her back and was using her. And then the second one is an old man. I think his name was Victor. He wants to stop time. I don't know. Sarah wants to end her time quickly, but then Victor wants to stop time because he's afraid of aging, and so he's been looking into like cryogenics and stuff. And it's a very wholesome story about like trying to value what you have and what you should appreciate. Yeah, it was a very heartwarming book. I really liked it because of the supernatural elements and such, and I really like supernatural elements in stories, whether it be like in fantasy or in like magical realism stories, etc., etc. And another good book I've read was actually a manga series. Like, if you haven't known, Pandora Hearts. It's my favorite. Pandora Hearts is my favorite manga series ever. And I've just been rereading it for now, so I've read the first 2 volumes, and they're both really good. The story is about this boy named Osvizalius. He is from a normal family, and it's his coming of age ceremony. But then during his coming of age ceremony, people intrude. There's some like cult people who intrude, and then they tell him that his sin is his very existence, and he gets thrown into this place called the Abyss. And then with the help of a girl named Alice, they get taken to 10 years in the future, and then Oz has to find out why his existence is a sin with the help of Alice and then Gilbert, his servant. I mean, all I can say is that the story kind of starts slow, but then I know since I'm rereading it, but it's like, oh boy, God. All I can say is that you should really read it. Like, it's from the same author, same mangaka who wrote the case study of Vanitas, and I think that Pandora Hearts is like a masterpiece in itself. So go check it out. And if you want, you can read this reviews of the books I've read in the description below on my blog, which will be in the description below. Please check it out. And then three other good books I've read. The first two would be the Book of Tea trilogy. Not trilogy. The Book of Tea duology by Judy Island. I actually really liked it. Like, I found the book on Walmart like a few months ago, so I decided to check it out, and then I'm glad I did because it's like a story about like tea magic in fictional China, and I really liked how Lin, the author, wrote like stuff, and then I mean it's a YA story, so I thought it wouldn't be suitable for an adult like me, but it's actually quite nice. It's like while there's like kind of it's like I don't know, it's like a lot different. I think it's because it's just like it revolves around like Asian people, so I can kind of relate to it in a way. But yeah, like it made me really appreciate like Asian authors. Like I kind of want to read more since like I really love manga. And then another book I read last year was from an Asian author, and it was really good. So I do want to think about collecting more books written by Asian authors. And then another good book I've read is actually a fanzine. If you don't know, it's like a collection of a collection of like artwork and like writing written by indie authors. It's just like indie published a collection, like short story collection and such, like all published by like indie authors by themselves and such. And the one I've read was called Infinite Horizons. It's a fanzine for the Tale series, and it's really good. Like all the authors that took part in the design, or zine, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm just calling it zine for now, but correct me if I'm wrong. The design was really good. Like there were like a lot of like creative stories you wouldn't expect to read from. Like they're not canon, like they have canon elements, but all the stories are fan related. It makes you kind of think. Yeah, I think like if you ever get the chance to get a hand on the book, then you should try reading it. It's really good. You can read the reviews of the short stories in the in the in the book in my blog. So yeah, go check it out. And then let's see. I don't think there are any worse books I've read so far. I mean, other than that, like the only other fiction books I've read was an e-manga called #Pretend Yaoi, which is a pretty cute BL story. If you like BL, go check. I would recommend checking it out on ebook Renta. It's about this introverted boy who decides to who doesn't like people, but then wants to start pretend yaoi, which is like pretend BL, like being in a pretend relationship. Like if you like the fake dating trope, it kind of works. And then his classmate approaches him and offers to be his fake boyfriend, and then it goes from there. It's really cute. And then the last fiction story I read was a Western graphic novel. It's called Crumbs by Danny Sterling. Why did I keep putting her name as Diane for some reason? It's a cute story that's like witchy, and like it's kind of takes place in like a magical realism world. It's a love story between a witch named Ray, who has the power to see into like who has this well not like who has the power to see into sometime in the future, but not like all the futures. And then she gets into a relationship with an aspiring musician named Lori, um, who works in the who's a nephew of the owner of the bakery that she goes to, and it's a really cute romance story. And that's all I gotta say. I don't really have any worse books, but there is one book I DNF'd. It's called The Riverside Chaucer. I just DNF'd it because it's a long ass textbook. Like it's like over 1,000 pages. I don't have the time to read that. But it was just a textbook from a class that I took back in college. Um, yeah, it's just. I mean, for the like. I remember like just like studying about the Canterbury Tales and stuff, but if I want to read about the Canterbury Tales, I can just buy like a compiled edition of it. I don't want to read like a gigantic textbook. So yeah, that's the only reason why I DNF'd it. Other nonfiction books I've read are The Ultimate Pet Health Guide, Breakthrough Nutrition, and Integrated Health for Dogs and Cats by Gary Richter. This book was nice. Like it's very informative about like pet health and such, since I have like 2 dogs and such. But I think it's also good like a reference for like writing, like if I want to write about like animal health in the future for like one of my stories and such. And then I also read a compilation book called Words to Warm a Graduate's Heart. I really like the quotes that the author compiled, and I believe that it could be good for like writing in the future. Like I usually just keep nonfiction books that I want to use as a reference. The last nonfiction book I read was called The Dental Reception and Supervisory Management by Glennis Bridges. I bought this book because I want to read about like dental dental receptionist, because I was working at a receptionist job at a clinic for a while. Um, it's a short book. It's informative, but it's short too. But I'm not gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm actually selling the book on Pango Books. If you want to check it out, check my store. You can look in the description below. But other than that, that's all the stuff I've read. And the book I'm currently reading right now is Firestarter by Stephen King. I read this book in the past, but I don't remember any of it, so that's why I'm rereading it. Right now I'm just like 32 pages in, and it's pretty decent. Like I have to read more to get a bigger understanding, but what I've read so far, I think it's pretty good. Please let me know what kind of books you read um for the past 6 months, and then if you want to read more like book stuff regarding my channel, then subscribe, and I'll try to do more. And then yeah, just if you want to follow me on social media, you can do it on below. And then I'm thinking about doing making a Patreon soon. I'll announce when that happens. And then please check out my story Lavender Eyes in the description below. And then I'll see you guys next time. Bye.